Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton is now a motorsport team owner. Yes, you heard that right. Hamilton has launched a new race team called X44 that will join the Extremey field when the championship begins in 2021, racing in some of the world's most sensitive areas most affected by climate change. The Mercedes F1 driver's role in developing his own team while he's still active is a surprise in itself, let alone his choice of championship. But scratch below the surface and it all starts to make a bit more sense, as well as hint at what we can expect from Hamilton when he's done with his F1 career. Before we explain what Hamilton is up to, remember to subscribe if you haven't already and would like to show your support to the channel. Now let's take a look at why Lewis Hamilton, team owner, is now a thing. We've seen a shift in priorities from Hamilton over the last 12 to 18 months when it comes to his awareness of the environment, and we're not just talking about his plant-based diet. He sold his private jet, has switched from combustion engine cars to electric and hybrid vehicles, and has encouraged his major fashion and automotive industry partners to enforce more sustainable initiatives within their businesses. Hamilton says his personal efforts have now offset his F1 career's carbon footprint, which if true is an impressive achievement. Over time, he has become more conscious, more world aware, and more convinced that he should use his platform to improve issues that he considers important. The two primary examples of this are Hamilton's commitment to raising awareness of racial discrimination and his desire to promote more eco-friendly ways of living to help the fight against climate change and to protect the environment. Hamilton views his X44 Extremey venture as an opportunity to address both of those topics and amplify his desire to create lasting, meaningful change. He has indicated he wants to use an investigation into motorsport's lack of diversity to inform how he includes minority groups in X44 in terms of mechanics and engineers, if not drivers. Hamilton will almost certainly face fresh accusations of hypocrisy as an F1 driver who preaches an eco-friendly message. But he sees Extremey as a way to use his platform to help improve people's awareness and understanding of the wider problem, as well as to drive change in F1. As Hamilton puts it, "I'm trying my best while I'm still doing what I love doing, and I think helping to put pressure on people here in this sport because they've got lots of areas which can be way more sustainable, and I think I've got more power to shift it from within rather than retire and do it from the outside." Hamilton has said many times before that he views his legacy as being the impact he can have off track, not just what he achieved on track. While we're waiting for a new Mercedes deal that may keep him around for 3 more F1 seasons, the reality is his career is closer to the end than the beginning. So it's time to assess where his legacy will come from, and part of the answer will be running a race team that taps into Hamilton's megastar profile to raise awareness of climate change and puts promises of greater diversity into action. While it's true he can have a major impact with these causes while he's still an active driver, he has also admitted that his efforts have to be restricted while he still has a day job. Hamilton's logical post-F1 career is therefore stepping away from driving, but not turning his back on motorsport entirely. This industry is where he can still make an enormous difference, and he sees an opportunity to one day throw himself into things that he's only doing on a part-time basis at the moment. This year, Hamilton established the Hamilton Commission in association with the Royal Academy of Engineering. The bigger picture from that is to work out what the problem areas are within motorsport and why it isn't as diverse as it should or could be, and what can be changed and improved within that. Exploits like X44 will then give Hamilton an opportunity to put those lessons into practice. More ventures that have an eco-friendly and diversity-driven ethos are surely going to be a part of Hamilton's future. That's why this seems like a fitting first part of the rest of Hamilton's career, an escalation of how he combines being a racing megastar and a person trying to make the world a better place. Yes, he holds the most power while he's an active racing driver, but that does not mean he will slow down when he steps out of the cockpit for good. If anything, he'll just work to find new ways to use his platform as a successful F1 driver with enormous reach and huge potential for partners to raise awareness of issues close to his heart. Ah yes, we should probably answer this one too. Extremey is brought to you by the brains behind Formula E, which has done pretty well for itself since it became the first electric single-seater series in 2014. The premise of Extremey is that electric SUVs will compete in several extreme environments in order to raise awareness of the climate challenge faced across the globe. The inaugural season is set to begin in Senegal to highlight the effect of climate change on the ocean, with rounds targeted in Saudi Arabia, Greenland, Brazil and possibly the Alps to shine a light on the various environmental challenges posed to these areas by global warming and the climate crisis. The series will also work with local charitable organisations to leave behind no trace of its events and a long-lasting legacy of change. World Rally champion Sébastien Ogier has been part of developing the car, which is expected to produce 550 brake horsepower and accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. Hamilton's X44 team will join a grid that currently consists of entries from a range of teams, including performance specialists, electric vehicle experts and established motorsport entities like Chip Ganassi Racing. What are you expecting from Hamilton's first foray into team ownership, and where would you like to see him direct his attention and efforts after his F1 career? Give us your thoughts in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and remember to hit that subscribe button so we can see you again next time.